The Marvel franchise has been around for a long time, starting in the 1960s with their comic books and entering the film industry in the 1990s. Towards this time, the value of comic books began decreasing, and Marvel got closer and closer to financial ruin. Because of this decline in value, in 1996, Marvel was forced to declare bankruptcy after selling film rights to its characters. In 1993, the franchise sold the film rights to X-Men to 20th Century Fox, and later, in 1999, the ones to Spider-Man to Sony. These other studios built their own franchises around these characters, which led to their individual success. However, Marvel began its climb to fortune in 2008, when they finally decided to release their first movie as an independent studio, Iron Man. Since then, Marvel Studios began its creation of the Marvel Cinematic Universe. Their success depends mainly on its ability to build this universe out of the many characters in its franchise. They decided to develop these characters that the audiences knew already from 70 years worth of comic books and place them in the same universe where they could interact with one another.
Some of that. No. See, this was aged for 1,000 years. The barrels built from the wreck of Grunhill's fleet is not meant for mortal men.
Neither was Omaha Beach, Blondie. Stop trying to scare us. Come on.
All right.
Excelsior.
Marvel has found a way to bring together different characters and storylines in a way that is not complicated or uninteresting.
Where's your guy? Dude, you're embarrassing me in front of the wizards.
This way, audiences are not only engaged, but also want to know more. As a result, Marvel provides audiences with what they want through other platforms which tie into their universe. Marvel Studios' beginning came in 2008 with the first Iron Man installment. Since then, Marvel Studios has built an intricate web of storylines that form the Marvel Cinematic Universe, or the MCU. This universe is not only cinematic, as it features many different platforms. It is formed by 20 films, with more to come, 11 television shows for now, numerous tie-in comic books, and more. This universe keeps expanding as years go by, making this web even more intricate. This web can be explained through the theory of transmedia, where storytelling expands into different platforms and formats. Unlike the concept of prequels and sequels, transmedia allows for characters from different television shows, movies, and comic books to exist at the same time, their stories intertwined and relying on each other in order to exist. Henry Jenkins identified the key elements of transmedia storytelling, which are clearly used by Marvel to shape their universe.
Marvel's played this game even better. Right, so you start with Marvel has introduced a handful of individual characters. With the films, they develop a strategy where you have individual films introducing individual superheroes. You have connecting tissue provided by Agent Coulson on the web. It builds the Avengers. Coulson spins off and becomes the focus of Agent of S.H.I.E.L.D. Then we go out into deep, deep space and introduce Guardians of the Galaxies, which will be its own little corner of the universe.
In order for transmedia to have a positive effect, there must be one single universe spread across different platforms, which then results in one unified experience for viewers. Also, this type of narrative does not only rely on one single protagonist across platforms, but rather numerous characters, locations, and storylines. However, each piece of media, be it a TV show or film, must also be able to stand alone, while still contributing to the larger narrative. This is why each media platform product provides an expansion of the universe. As a matter of fact, every individual Avengers film ties into the larger narrative by offering hints as to what is to happen next, and/or character crossovers, which offer insight to the relationship between different characters, such as Thor and Hulk in Thor Ragnarok.
Not the stupid Avenger. No, nobody calls you the stupid Avenger.
It's okay.
Captain America and Agent Romanoff in Captain America the Winter Soldier, and Spider-Man and Iron Man in Spider-Man Homecoming. The TV shows, such as Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., deal with the aftermath of the Avengers' actions and battles, like the attacks that take place in New York and Sokovia. In a transmedia narrative, each type of media serves a different purpose, therefore relying on one another. The Avengers movies are the main base off of which solo movies of each character and television shows develop. These serve not only to expand the separate character, but also to flesh out the universe, time, and narrative. Within the Marvel Cinematic Transmedia universe, TV and films promote the concept of an all-connected universe, where the repercussions of what happens in a movie, say Avengers, is then continued and dealt with in a TV show like Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. This is to highlight the fact that all the viewers have been seeing is happening in the same world, where different characters and different realities interact. This offers viewers a continuing experience, one where the story does not end with the end of one film, but continues in other shapes and forms. Transmedia is what allows the Marvel Cinematic Universe to be so successful. According to Transmedia consultant Robert Pratton, experience is more important than content. Studies show that the audiences not only want innovative content, but they also require familiarity. Therefore, Transmedia immerses audiences into an experience that surrounds them, meaning that we are at the center, while multiple products such as movies, comics, and TV shows surround us. This is also possible as all forms of media are accessible from one single device. This is known as convergence.
Stories will play across every available media platform, but that creates for artists and audiences new opportunities for a richer kind of story. One that's serialized, but serialized not in the chunks in a single medium, but as dispersed chunks, meaningful chunks dispersed across media.
Transmedia narrative allows Marvel Studios to constantly expand their cinematic universe, like building blocks of a structure. The intricate web of storylines is formed by different films, television shows, and comics, amongst other elements. Each of these serves the purpose of creating one unique universe by relying on one another. This is the way Marvel has made its way to the top. To this day, Marvel Studios has the highest grossing movie franchise, with a schedule of many more movies to come. They have grossed over $17 billion at the global box office, making it the highest grossing film franchise of all times. Marvel is also in the top 3 grossing media franchises. Other than in film, their representation spreads over television, streaming sites, comic books, web series, video games, and animated series. Given this widespread popularity, Marvel has had a strong effect over popular culture and ultimately storytelling.